Kansas, obviously Kansas has a great chance to win this game.
They do?
They definitely do. And look, if I had been betting real money, I would have made about $2,500 this tournament. Because there have just been some strange lines, and this is as well as I've done in anything, and Kentucky is a 6-point favorite, and they got no business being a 6-point favorite. They should be 4 or 4.5. So look, they might cover. You know, Rick, they could win this game by 17 points. No question, right? Yeah. They could run them out of the gym. But these guys play 100 times. I think Kansas is going to cover that 6 points most of the time. So I think there's value there. I would take Kansas +6. I really think this should be 4 or 4.5 points.
Do you think Kansas has to play the absolute perfect game, like everyone is saying, for them to beat Kentucky?
Yeah, I think they have to. Yes, but it's a national. You have to play pretty much perfectly in a national championship game. You're playing. No matter what, you're playing.
Last year didn't prove that.
No, last year was ugly. I missed all of last year's
35 turnovers in the first half.
I was watching last year's game online at a restaurant trying to get the app to work. It didn't.
Where were you?
I was in St. Louis last year. Yeah, doing the same travel that I'm doing this year. I was sitting, last year's national championship game, I was eating, here's something you don't often hear. During last year's national championship game, I was having dinner with Tippi Hedren. You don't even know who Tippi Hedren is.
No, I can't laugh at that joke.
Horrible. Horrible.
Who is she?
Nobody here knows who Tippi Hedren is. She was the star of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. I mean, she's 82. Yeah. Anna, see, at least it means something to Anna. You guys are idiots.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful. She's still beautiful, yeah. We'd done an event with her, and then me and a bunch of her with dinner, and I'm sitting there trying to watch a game, and shaking the iPad, like, come on! But anyway, I didn't miss anything last year. This year, I think it's going to be a great game, and I think that when you got guys that size, you have Whitney inside, who's incredibly skilled.
Withey.
What?
Withey.
Withey, excuse me, inside at, you know, the problem is that I kept calling him Whitey all year, which seems so appropriate. That's wrong. That's very wrong. Is you got Withey inside, and then so you can change a game with him, and then you have two really talented players in Taylor and Robinson. So yeah, there's no question.
And they have a good supporting cast,
and they have
Travis Relaford and Elijah Johnson.
They got a lot of speed and Johnson and quickness with Johnson and Taylor, and they got other good supporting players. Of course they can win that game, and that spread shouldn't be 6. That said, if Kentucky wins the game by double figures, it's not the greatest surprise in the world. But if you're a gambler, I don't see how you can possibly bet Kentucky. It just doesn't make any sense. You might win, but logic tells you the smart money's on Kansas.
Can you imagine how good Kansas would be if Josh Selby stayed one more year?
Yeah. Oh. Although, you know, you never know. I mean, sometimes, you know, that takes playing time away. That changes the way. Does Robinson get the ball a lot less if Selby's there? You know.
No, you would throw Tyshawn and Selby at the 1 and the 2. You'd have one just play the off
I tend to agree with you. Now that we've seen the results, usually that argument works well with how good would a team have been that struggled, that finished, you know, 3rd or 4th in the conference if they lost, and they're good. But here's Kansas. They're in the championship game. Like, I don't think they'd change anything.